Hello, this is Grinstar, and today I'm going to talk about grouping, or the need for them. I don't use it a lot, and if you look in a lot of my videos, I almost use it never. Grouping is going to solve a problem for me right now. Uh, right now, as you can see, I got two tracks loaded up. I got the FM4 here and the FM4. And actually, it's identical except for the addition of the ROM reverb. And realistically, the separate track is a trick that's often used to do a mix of a wet dry mix so that you can go between the two tracks and be able to have your reverb or your effects going and mix the volume between the two tracks. With a bit of delay, and I was thinking, how would I go between the two tracks with volume? You could sit there and use modulation between those, either on the project level, but that's kind of messy if you have a whole bunch of tracks and you kind of need to do that with like 8 or more tracks. Or what you could do is you can create a new group track right here, add these to the group track. And you can click the little folder there to see where they're at. You could select one. And I got both of them going, but I don't need to. So what I want to do is I want to bring this one down, or so it's beyond audible. And I want to use a macro to turn it back up and this one down at the same time. So I'm going to do that via the group. And so if you create a macro here, and what I want to do is I want to have this one and have this go up, and then have this one go down at the same level, and then turn it down. And voila, you got a wet dry knob. The reason why this is kind of important is two things. One is that if you have like I'm gonna say a hot effect going on where you can't use the automation to kind of turn it on, and it's a little cumbersome to use automation to go into it anyways. Or the modulation just doesn't work. You got the LFO and you need to precisely tune it and stuff like that. Where the knob is a lot better, and then you can automate just this knob to go in between. And then you can set up groups of tracks to go. The other thing is about if the effect that you got that you need to merge into does not have a wet dry mix. So I found one the other day that I was messing around with called Glitch. And Glitch is kind of weird that it gives a kind of a trance gate. It gives sort of glitching effects here. And it's got a couple of cool things, but this has no wet dry knob. So it's either on or always off. And now what you can do is you can assign it to yet another type of thing, like an LFO maybe, and then use this. To give some sort of rhythmic or a pattern to go through for do it. Ultimately, if you want full or finite control, you'd kind of remove it. Overall, kind of neat effect to be given the FM4 here in its default kind of configuration. Some sort of interesting effects without kind of leading to having to automate or with the modulation or something. You can assign the knob to something on your keyboard, like your mod wheel, your pitch bend, or some type of the encoders that are up on top or this side, depending on your keyboard, your synthesizer, your MIDI controller. It allows you to actually be able to mess with things hot and cold. And so if you want some more things that's not necessarily in this one, add a bit more tracks. Okay, so I added EFX fragments, slowly becoming one of my favorite Arturia effects plugins. This granular or granulizes the stuff that comes in. I got another knob down here that does the same thing with the FM4 main one. So you can have a bit of fun, and realistically, with the latest edition of Bitwig 5.0, you could do this if I remember right with the grouping and being able to modify the volumes. I'm pretty sure somebody will let me know if they haven't. I have not played with it a whole lot, except for I was curious on how to do exactly what I'm doing now is trying to use a knob to control it. Actually, I wanted to use note grid to control it a lot better, but note grid doesn't work well with the groups. You can add it, but it doesn't it doesn't control the inner stuff with the where is it, the modulator out here. It only does the what's within the note grid or the post effects here. Not really cool for editing anything outside of it. Or downrange. I guess you could send the CC, but I was having a bit of trouble trying to get the MIDI to come from the note grid down to the lower levels of here. So it's kind of weird for now. I'm pretty sure that somebody else has figured out how to do it, but I was not able to at this time. So, at any rate, I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening and actually watching. Very important right now for me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I will see you later.